Now, in a vast rural area like Northumberland, getting medical help to an emergency quickly can be a matter of life or death. Although the area has several ambulance stations and community paramedics who operate around the clock, it can still take time to get across the county.
Well, that's where the service's volunteers play a vital role. Amongst them are a group of RAF servicemen and women who've just taken delivery of a new vehicle to ensure they're even quicker onto the scene.
From today, this new rapid response car will be helping to save lives. It's the first of its kind in the northeast and is manned by volunteers. But they're a rather special group and a part of a charity called First Response. Its role is to provide much needed backup to the ambulance service.
This car works out of RAF Boulmer. We have 17 volunteers who are, the majority are military personnel. They're trained as first responders, a number of them are trained as response drivers. And we log on shift after our normal military work with the ambulance control room, and we're available for them to use us to life-threatening emergencies.
When an emergency call comes in, the first responders are alerted at the same time as an ambulance. Their car's faster and they should get there first, providing those vital few minutes. The charity has 17 cars like this one across the country, but this is the only one here in the region. And it's been donated by the North East Ambulance Service to act as a first response to emergencies right across Northumberland. The ambulance service insists this is not a replacement for an ambulance, but an extra resource to help start the treatment of a patient before the ambulance gets there. It'll also support the two new community paramedics who've recently been operating 24/7 out of Wooler and Rothbury.
I think that Northumberland has never been better served by the ambulance service and its first responder force, and the service will only get better as a result of the interface with the RAF personnel.
North East Ambulance says following a 20% rise in investment in rural services, it's now the third best performing in the country, making life in Northumberland better protected than ever. Leslie McNish, ITV Tyne Tees.